Hey everybody, welcome back to another night of My Life Has Destiny podcast where I am one of your hosts, Miriam Coco Fenton, and my sister over here, Quint Jones, is y'all know I don't know what side of y'all screen she on, but she on the screen, right? So, on my screen she to my right, to y'all, she could be left, top, right, bottom, who knows. So um But we're gonna get up here tonight. Tonight's title was "Are you aware of the state that you're in?" Talking about your current condition, right? So the reason why I brought this topic up is because I think a lot of people have missed the mark and got it twisted on where they are. They think that everything is okay and they think they good when they really not, and you're not aware of your true current condition. And I mean this in spiritual note, physical note, mental state, whole your whole well being. Your total man is broken and it need to be fixed. And so you gotta realize your current condition in order for it to be fixed. So before I get started all the way, because y'all know how Quint do. She say she ain't got nothing to say, and then she gonna come in anyway, right? So I will go ahead and let her give y'all what she wants to give y'all as they're coming into the show. And then we gonna go from there. And we gonna have a little get we're gonna have a guest pop in this night, y'all too. I might just go ahead and bring the guest up and then talk to y'all about what I'm talking about after he finishes. But we got a guest popping in tonight too, by the way. So and he is not a newcomer. So y'all will get a chance to see him in a minute. I gotta send him the link. So um but yeah, go ahead, Quinn.
Look, y'all. So I can tell y'all I'm in a state of exhaustion right now, but I am here and I was just going to bask in what my sister had to say on tonight because I felt like this topic was really good. But when I read the topic, I heard I am in a state that foul ground is being broken up. And being in that state where foul ground is being broken up, yes, I am on my journey to obedience, but in this season, if it's not of God, I don't want any parts of it. And you all know I am one that is very, very rebellious. But in this season, when God says move, I move. Whether my flesh is willing or not. There's no procrastination. If he gives me something, if he tells me to invest in me, if he tells me to invest in others, I move because I know he's in the midst of it. I do not get out of my bed without asking him to guide me on today. It is so important for him to lead and guide me. And everything that he's been telling me to do, he's been opening up major doors. So I am grateful for the state that he has me in. Am I, do I want to be in this state? No. However, I am willing. My spirit is always willing because I know I'm in a state of elevation, because I know I'm in a state where I can no longer be stagnant. I'm no longer in a state where I can procrastinate and sit down on stuff that God is telling me to do. I can't do it. I can no longer say I'm walking by faith and I'm on a seat of do nothing. That does not work in my favor.
How are you?
When you're in ministry, you have to move when God tells you to move. And you have to understand when He tells you not to move because it's not your time. So it's so important for us to understand that the state that we are in. And also, I posted something on today. We also have to understand or recognize our snakes and what they're doing. I posted a picture of a snake, and the woman thought that her pet snake was sick. But her pet snake wasn't sick. It was sleeping in the bed with her and it was literally sizing her up because it was preparing to eat her. Do you know who your snakes are in this season? Do you know who's for you and who's against you? Do you know what state of mind you're in? You have to figure that out for yourself. So, with that being said, I'm going to turn this back over to my sister. And okay, I'm going to call you in a little bit. I'm going to turn this back over to my sister and I'm going to let her take control.
Well, it ain't no control to give because we do this thing together, and it's gonna be short and sweet tonight because we do, like I said, we do have a guest popping in. He's gonna be with us shortly. And like I said, he's no newcomer to nothing. So, you guys will see who that is here in just a few. But to go into tonight's topic before he comes in, and he'll piggyback because y'all already know that when I say his name, you'll know who I'm talking about. He'll get up here and he'll go right on in with us, right? But he is coming on tonight to talk about um, a new product launch that he has. But we always love to discuss the word, so he gonna talk about that too when he come up here, y'all. So thank you. And he gonna talk about it when he come up here. So I'm excited and I'm happy for him and so proud of him and elated in all of his achievements and what he's been doing. So I'm excited for him. But like she said, her current state, my current state is who we're not even gonna talk about elevation. I know that elevation is a part of the process. Um but I also know that in a way of where I am right now, I have to be okay with being uncomfortable because of what I have to do and where I have to go. And I have to be cool with being uncomfortable. I've been uncomfortable for quite some time though, y'all. You catch what I'm saying? Um, because he's put me in a place now where I have to be able to be okay with making the decision of having to do those hard things, having to say what other people don't want to say, having to go wherever he sent me to go, and just flat out just having to do what he want me to do, no matter how hard, how small, how large it may be. And I have kind of gotten used to that part over the last few months, right? And so I'm starting to get used to the fact that I'm a very unique individual, and there literally is only one of me, and I have got used to that part. I don't see things the way other people see them. I definitely don't treat people the way a lot of people would treat other people because I look at people like this. I know that I'm dealing with you right now, but when it's not you, I know I got to deal with the spirit of the matter and not the person. You know what I mean? And so I have learned through time that everything is not the individual that you might be looking at that moment. Sometimes you are dealing with the spirit of an issue and you got to learn how to tackle that spirit first. And in the midst of that, if you don't have discernment, you'll tackle it the wrong way. And you'll also be fighting against the wrong spirit. And you don't want to do that. So, I've learned to look at it all ways before I decide to tackle a thing. I can honestly say that I'm proud of myself, that God has really um been shutting my mouth on a lot of stuff, and I have not reacted in the way I have wanted to react. And we're gonna bless him,
Yes,
'cause we know where that has could have went, Jesus, and
yes.
it has not went there. So we're gonna bless the Lord on that notion, right? But I'm very happy with where He has me going.
Mhm.
I might be in a place of uncertainty because I may not understand everything just yet, but I'm very happy with where He has me going. I love the fact that I got a lot of peace. where before I was always anxious, always wondering, and I don't have those feelings anymore. So I'm very happy about that, you know, because he's moving and he's doing some things on my behalf. Some things I am aware of, some things I know that he is doing behind the scenes, and I know he ain't gonna quit no time soon. Because I truly believe that he that started the good work will finish it
Yes, he will.
until he sees the end result. And I truly believe that he has started the good work in me, and I want him to finish it until he sees the end result. Out of everything, I do really want him to get the glory out of my life, though. And I
Mhm.
know that in order for him to do that, I have to make room for him.
That's right.
I have to keep room for him. And as one of the discussions that we had is that you got 24 hours in a day. Out of that 24 hours in a day, how much of your time do you give him?
Mhm.
And I try to make sure that I set aside time. I got it in my whole calendar, y'all.
Mhm.
I got hours blocked off to where I give that time to him. First thing in the morning, I'm getting up and I'm worshiping. So that's the first before my feet can even hit the floor good. I'm worshiping.
So
And
important.
and that's what I do. And then after that I go into prayer mode because my prayer and my worship
Two
kind
different.
of fuse into each other at some point throughout the day. And then I set aside times to pray throughout the day, and it's kind of like all day long. So it may not be really long um prayers or anything like that. And they don't have to, your prayers don't have to be like these long outdrawn, what we call the Baptist deacon prayers. We ain't gotta do all that. But you just get up and you have a conversation with them and do you, right? So but I love it as to where he's ready to take you to another level. And if you listen and incline your ear, you know when to move and when not to move. So I have been working on just, okay, God, what is your will? What do you want me to do? What need of me do you have for me today?
Mhm.
And if you guys watch my live that I did earlier, um, I worry about today. I don't worry about tomorrow
Can't.
because tomorrow may not even get here.
Mhm.
You have to worry about today because, like the word tells you, tomorrow will take care of itself.
Yes, it will.
Right? So, the focus of today is was I better than I was yesterday?
Mm, mm, mm,
Did I do what I was supposed to do today that I might have didn't get the opportunity to do yesterday?
mhm,
And what I've learned is that even when you don't want to do a thing, you still have to be obedient.
mhm.
Even when you don't want to do it, because your flesh is telling you no, because you just
That's
don't want to
it.
deal with the headache,
Mhm,
right? Your flesh don't want to deal with the headache, but your spirit man is saying, you know what he told you to do,
mhm,
go get it done. And so you have to go do those things. So for me, I choose to make sure and make light of everything that I see him doing, and I choose to reference him for everything that I can give. I give all my exhortation and adoration to who he is and what he is in my life and how I hold
mhm,
to me. And I thank him, like I said earlier, for every open door, for every closed door. But I really do thank him for the closed doors. More than I do for the open ones. I love the open ones, but them closed ones,
yes.
that means that's the end of it.
Mhm.
And there's no going backwards unless you foolish
That
and
part.
to try to go backwards. And so the closed doors are all right with me. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm all right with the open doors because the open doors are new opportunities and there's new things coming, right?
Mhm.
So, at the end of the day, I'm grateful for both. But you may see it different when he closed the door, but for me, I'm okay with it.
Mhm.
Um, I know that he is taking me to a place um, that I may be very unfamiliar with, and I'm all right with it. You know, I'm all right with a lot of the stuff he's doing because I have no choice but to be all right.
Mhm.
You know, um, so at the end of the day, my prayer and takeaway of every day is, God, I'm gonna give it all that I have and all that I can. while I can.
That's it.
While I'm in that mode, use me the way you see fit,
Hmm.
and just tell me what you want me to do.
That's
You
it.
know. And so that's one of the main things for me is just tell me what you want me to do.
Hmm.
And so, um, like I said, in that, I have had some very uncomfortable moments because of things that he has wanted me to say and who he has wanted me to say them to, because I knew that they were going to be rejected from the jump, but I still had to be obedient. And even in that, you still have to do what he has told you to do, no matter the rejection. Because I can guarantee you this one thing: if the Lord really did say what He told you to say, eventually that person gonna come back to you and they gonna tell you. You know what I mean? And that's the thing about it. They may not like it when it's being said, but eventually they'll come back and say, "Okay,
Hmm.
thank you for delivering the word," or vice versa, however you want to put it. And things just go from there. You grow. When you grow, you outgrow grow things, places, and people, right?
Hmm.
And so you have to be okay with outgrowing something. It's just like we adults, it's just like when you have children. Your children outgrow their clothes as they grow, right? And you got stages of growth. Even though we are adults, we still got stages of growth because we ain't done growing yet.
That's
And
right.
so when we outgrow a thing, that means you got to prepare to be able to walk into that next place. And so I know that I have outgrown certain places.
Hmm.
So now I'm ready for my next, right? But in that getting ready for my next, I got to make sure that I got the wisdom and understanding to walk into that next so I won't mess it up.
That's right.
And so that's one of the things that, the reason why I wanted to talk about what we talking about tonight is to make sure that in all of your getting and all your gotten and whatever you do, um, is to make sure that you are, um, what's the word I'm looking for? You are prepared to go to that next place. And so only you can answer that. Are you prepared to go
Mm.
to the next place? If he opened the door, handed you the keys to a door and said, open it, can you walk through that door without being anxious? Can you walk through that door and just be prepared to go to work as you open the door? And that's where you have to see yourself now to this next level. This next level isn't um this next level is turnkey.
Hmm.
If y'all know anything about real estate, a little bit, drop you a little nugget. When they say it's turnkey, that means it's ready to go. It's move in ready. So your next level is turnkey right now. And it's move in ready and it's waiting for you. Right? But the question is, how long would it continue to wait for you to catch up? It ain't gonna always be available. So you gotta stop learning how you gotta stop being stagnant and stop procrastinating and go after what he has told you to go after. Because a lot of times the stuff that we need in order to make it to a certain place, we already have it. It's
That's right.
already a part of who we are. But the problem is we won't put it to work because we so afraid of failing. And I mentioned this in my live earlier. You will never succeed unless you feel like something.
That's right.
And you'll never fail unless you try.
That's right.
So if you never try, you'll never be able to see nothing come to fruition because you never tried it.
That's it.
What was going to happen? And so to me, that's the failure in itself is when you choose not to try.
Hmm.
So, you know, I hope that, what I have said so far is helping somebody. But I'm getting ready to bring my brother, Mr. Billy, on because I'm so super, super, super proud of this dude. Y'all don't know. I mean, he does so much stuff in the background that y'all don't know about. Y'all got to check him out, keep up with him because I promise you, next year this dude gonna be red carpet all year. He gonna be flying to every country that you could think of and all of that good stuff.
Hey,
I'm just
overseer
waiting to
Dr.
see.
K.
Hey, Dr. K, love you. And I'm just waiting to see where God is about to take him, him personally, his singing group, him and his family. because his wife be doing some stuff too. We can't leave her out. She be on her thing too. So, you know, but I am so super excited about what he has going on. So I'm gonna bring him on, you guys, so he can tell y'all about his cosmic ears for you wonderful musicians out here. You guys will know what I'm talking about when he come on. And I promise you, good quality stuff. So we're gonna have him come up and talk about that. But after he talks about his cosmic ears, y'all know I got to ask him to drop y'all a little nugget, right? He can't leave without giving y'all a nugget because it ain't gonna be right. Okay. All right, Billy, whenever you ready to come on, pop yourself on here, bro.
I think you gotta pop him in.
I might have to pop you in though.
Yeah, you
Listen,
gotta pop him in.
I got you popped on.
Hey, minister.
What's happening, y'all?
You good? What's going on?
Good to
That's
see
good.
you.
I just make sure y'all can hear me and I ain't got no static going on.
You good.
Good, good. It is good to see y'all. It's been too long.
I
Yes,
know,
it has.
right? So
No.
please tell the folks about what you have done, what you got coming up. Definitely tell them about your cosmic ears. And then after you talk to the folks about all of that good stuff, I want you to give them a nugget or two about, I don't know if you heard what we was talking about before you came in, but the topic of tonight was talking about, are you aware of the current state that you're in as far as your total man being in the current position that it needs to be in order to receive what it needs to receive. So go ahead, you got the flow, sir.
I like it. That's a
Sure.
good topic tonight. So, just to give you guys a little background, I am recently endorsed by a company based out of UK called Cosmic Ears. For those that don't are not part of the music world, a lot of times back in the old school days, you used to having monitors on the floor to where you can hear yourself on stage. You have the keyboard, the bass player, guitar. They all got amps.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to where we are now. A lot of us use what we call in-ear monitors. What that does is eliminate the on the floor monitors that we used to, and we can control what we hear inside our ears. Of course, you've heard of Dr. Dre Beats, headphones, and everything. So that's what Cosmic Ears is its own brand. They reached out to me before the pandemic. They sent me the offer letter to do it. However, with the pandemic, it slowed things down because they were in the UK, and that is a tedious process to get those in ears done. I had to go to a ear specialist. They had to mold my ear. Had to put the foam in it, and I'll share the video with you guys later. But they had to foam it up and create a mold that fit my ear because the earphones that I have they're custom. So nobody in the world could ever wear those earphones because they're made for my ears. I mean, they legit go down into the canals, and I mean, they fit like a glove. Um, and with doing so, designing a logo for it, coming up with a brand for it, like it's been an exciting process. But the biggest thing that makes me proud about the situation is the fact that when I'm gone, my sons have a legacy that they'll be able to carry on.
Definitely.
And anything that I do at this point in life is for them,
Yeah.
is to give them something that they can carry on. Like this is something that won't go away. This is a staple. It's a signature.
Mm-hmm.
They can say my dad had it, and it's called Bradley Legacy, so it doesn't just attach to my name Billy. It's Bradley Legacy because they carry my last name, and
That's
so with
awesome.
that, they can run on with the same torch. Who knows? They
Love
may
it.
expand it, have different generations, different versions of what I started, but it's a beginning point for them to have. Anything that I do now is that kind of driven focus when it comes to those things.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome. So how did
So I'm
you
sure.
feel when you got the off how did you feel when you got the offer letter?
Listen, I I was excited because of the fact that I had been shopping around looking to buy a new pair of in ears, and I went to their site and it was like, well, we do have artist endorsement. I was like, well, I'm not nobody major like that, but hey, why not fill out the application you would have? And not even a month later, they had responded. They had already, researched me to see, and I obviously met the qualifications of what they were looking for, or what they considered to be an artist. And it's a humbling experience because I think of it the same way that God thinks of us. He could choose anybody,
That's
but
right.
the fact that he chose me,
He chose you.
it's a special moment, and
I
I
love it.
carry that on a day-to-day basis because we take for granted that what we do nobody else can do, but that's not the case.
Mhm.
Anybody can do what you do, but the fact that God chose you to do that, that's what makes you different.
Right,
That's right.
right. So what is new coming up for the group?
I'm so glad you asked. So we have officially completed our new single. It's mix and master, getting ready to get loaded for distribution, and we haven't set a
Awesome.
date of release. However, because you guys are my close friends, I would like to debut it on your show. Once we get it, I want you is able to play it, so get in rotation. I told you that's what it would be. So
Okay,
I
we got
definitely
you. We got you covered.
I'm excited. The song is finished. The photo shoot complete. I mean, it's just I'm ready to just release it to the world. So try not to be too anxious. So all the marketing that goes in, think of it now, the time. But I'm excited.
I'm
Love
so
it.
happy for you guys. I know the group is elated. So I know that they are so excited and happy right now.
Absolutely. It's an amazing thing to be. God has been using me to write a lot of songs here lately, and they bring it to life for me. That's from the singers to the band. It's just to hear what I put on paper and what I put on in music, to hear evolve everybody. It's
That's awesome. Hey, I'm waiting for one of these old gospel heads, as I like to call them, to reach out and say, look, hey, I heard that you write music. Can you write a song for me? I'm waiting on it.
Right. That
I'm
would be
waiting on it.
awesome.
And so I know that it's gonna happen for you. I know it's gonna happen for you guys because I promise you, skies is the limit. Why? Because you that humble dude and you never take the credit for what God has done for you or for them or through you and in you. So, that is the biggest part. That's the biggest takeaway is that you always give him the glory, the honor, and the credit for everything that he does. And because of that, that's why you're going to continue to be set apart.
And I can definitely see Marvin Sapp reaching out to you and
Listen, come on with
um,
it. Tasha Cobbs and all of them.
yes, yes,
Let's get it.
listen. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
yes.
I'm ready.
Um,
I told you, I'm ready. I'm ready to see the red carpet.
I
I'm
know
ready to
that's
see you
right.
standing next to Kirk Franklin and all them, and be
Mhm.
like, "Okay, see, I told y'all.
and the
I
thing
told
about
Mhm.
it
y'all
is,
that's where he was gonna be."
a lot of times we wait for it to be there. That ain't me. But the thing about it is, everything that God has for me in this season, I want it.
Yes,
That's it.
yes. That's it right there.
That's it.
I want it, and I'm gonna put
Hmm.
work to
I
make
know
sure.
that's right.
Right there.
It is so exciting to see God move for people that and that you consider to be your friends. I
That's
just sit back and I watch everything that he's been doing so far. And oh, we bring you out here. Okay. All right. I sit back and I watch everything that he's been doing for you guys so far. And I tell you, it's awesome to see. Who would have thought that when you started this, um, years ago, that you would be where you at right now?
right.
You know what I mean? Think about that thing. Like when you go back and look where you started and look at where you at now, who would have known? that the reach will be so great, that the milestones, that every milestone that you pretty much have set, you have accomplished, and it just keeps getting better from there.
Absolutely. It's an amazing thing because of the fact that, you know, you set goals and you set things to do, but the thing about it is activating what God has already said that's
Yeah,
yours. We
that's it.
um we walk in a season now where we fail to realize the power that we obtain in our tongue. There's three things I was teaching Bible study the other night, and there's three things that God said to do in the season. He said to maintain your posture, remember your purpose, and don't get impatient.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
it.
It's
I
it's
love
three things to just sit in because a lot of times we have life situations that come across us and kind of set us back. But what is your posture when those things happen?
it. That's right.
Do you maintain what God already said is going to be the victory?
Right.
Mm.
And when you look away from things, you get distracted and you lose your posture. So
The confirmation is so real.
Listen,
You
listen,
always do it.
so we gonna give out the disclaimer. We did not discuss this before the show, people. Okay, all right. This is not what we did. Y'all know every time we bring somebody up here, they confirming stuff. So
Yes.
there you go.
yeah,
So
it's an amazing thing to understand that God has things that await us,
Hmm.
and a lot of times we get impatient by waiting by Him because we see everybody else walking in what seems to be what they're supposed to be doing. And when we look at those people, a lot of times they're not really even walking in what they're doing. They're supposed to.
come
It
on
just
here.
looks like what we want to have,
Come
Right.
on here.
and I'm okay with celebrating other people because what God has for me isn't the same as what He has for you.
That's it.
Thank you, Lord.
That's it.
That's
Mm-mm-mm.
it.
So I want you to tell the people about what I told you the topic was. I know you got some nuggets, so you might as well go ahead and drop the gems for the people, and go ahead and say what thus says. Okay.
Well, I'll just say where I am in this season is understanding that there's more for me
Yes.
and understanding that I can't get comfortable where I am.
Come on here.
And circumstances come that will try to make your faith waver. But the songwriter said, "My hope is built on nothing less
Yes.
than Jesus Christ, solid rock." And the thing about it is when we really focus in on God and begin to activate those things that we want, I'm intentional about the things I want in this season.
Right.
So I asked for them. I asked for them. And the thing about it, they may not come when I want them, but I've already activated it
That's it.
Yes.
Come on
because
here.
I've made it up in my heart. I made it up in my mind, and I took it to the person that can deliver.
Come
Yes.
on here.
And if we were to put this in just a real life spectrum, we go to drive-throughs all the time to get food,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of times we get impatient while placing the order because there's a line in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
But if we look at it on the bigger scope of things, no matter how long we wait, we know that we're gonna get what we ordered.
Come
Mm-hmm.
on here.
Sometimes it's on our lunch break, sometimes it's on our dinner break. And the line is wrapped. You may have to deal with rude customer service before you get what you ordered, but you're gonna get it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can't be affected by, what's in front of you or what's
Right.
behind you because it's so easy. It's so easy to have a flesh moment.
Yes, it
Call it what
is.
it is.
Yes, it is.
So easy to get discouraged or want to give up or want to walk away. So
Yep.
easy to want to respond to what somebody says or what somebody did. It's not worth it. Use that energy for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Use it for something else. God is calling us as a people to, one, activate the faith that He's given us, and two, mend those things that He never caused to be broken.
Come on here.
What I mean by that is there's relationships that were severed not because of, God not wanting you to be connected, but because of what you did.
Come on here.
And because you don't want to own up to it and have that accountability, you need to go fix that. You need to go get that right. Because God says if you have an altar against your brother, then you take it to them.
That's right.
Stop talking to other people about it. Stop
That's
talking,
it.
or taking to God about it because he's already told you what you need to do. Fix it.
Get up out my business because I already fixed it.
You got to fix those things, and I'm preaching to the choir because that's something that I had to evaluate. I was talking to one of my cousins the other day, and just thinking about how close we were when we grew up, and I was just thinking about how disconnected I was, with some of my cousins now, and all because of it was never a conversation. So I remember last week I reached out to one of my cousins I hadn't talked to. I know it's been 5 or 6 years, and for whatever it was, I apologize for the distance. I apologize for not doing my part. I apologize, and the thing about it opened up a door that was never really closed. It was never really closed. It just needed a little oil in the hinges.
Come on here.
That's it.
It just needed it just had a little stopper in it. So the thing about it is to do that and keep those things up because you just never know.
That's
And
it.
I don't want to live my life thinking about what I could have done or what I could have got right when I had the time to do so.
Amen.
Like, you got to get rid of pride. You got to get rid of self.
Amen.
And the thing about it is, you can't be upset with what somebody else has done if they don't even know they've done it to you.
Come on here, sir.
Sometimes we carry around all these burdens and all these situations because of the fact that we feel like they already know or they should know, but they don't.
Right.
They don't know. And it's not fair to you and it's not fair to them that you're carrying around a burden. And because now you're affecting the people that are in your circle because you're married with somebody else.
Come on.
Like, fix that. It's not fair to your immediate family. It ain't fair to your co-workers.
That's right.
But you carrying it around. And ain't nobody tell you had to carry it around. Go get it right. Go get it right. So back to answering your question. This season for for now is activating your faith.
Yes.
And maintaining your posture.
Love it.
Amen.
Maintain your posture. They used to tell you when you're in school to sit up straight. And it wasn't so that you would be in it because when you're in a certain posture, you can obtain certain things.
Yeah.
A lot of us are sitting in a slouch position and I'm wondering why we can't do things.
Right.
Sit up straight.
That's it.
You'll see a lot better.
Come on here. Come on here.
Sure enough.
Listen.
I think I answered your question. I hope.
You did. You did. Like I said, I told the folks before you even got up here, he gonna come on and drop his nuggets. I told y'all every time you come up here, you get a right nugget every single time. It never fails. So and like I said, I just love what God is doing. I mean, I have looked at everything. I was like, look here, he in the gym. He done lost a whole lot of weight, y'all. And I mean, don't you feel better?
I do.
I know.
And it's intentional because my thing is I got 2 boys. They are active.
Very.
I'm not trying to go to the game and can't run after them.
That's right.
I can't live that life. But it's these things are intentional, and you gotta ask yourself. I was thinking the other day I was riding while I was in the car, and it's been here in South Carolina. It's been kind of hot, kind of muggy. It'll be cold one day, and then over these last couple of days, it's been raining a lot of times. And a lot of times we've heard in the old days where they say, oh, a flood is coming, or when it rains, it pours. And, we look at it in a negative light. But I thought about that thing, and you got to think about this. When it rains, it means that something's about to grow.
That's right. It breathes life.
So rather than looking at the things that are as a storm in your life, look at your life and say, what's about to grow?
Come
Mhm.
on here.
Because something's got to change,
That's it.
especially if we say we got a seed in the ground.
That's
Mhm.
it.
Keep raining for me.
That's
I know
it.
that's right.
That's it.
Keep raining for me.
Mm. Yes,
I
I
don't I
love it.
don't think that people see it that way. You know what I mean? A lot of people look at it like, oh, when it rains, there's something coming behind it, but they don't know what. You
Absolutely.
know, and we've always been taught that yes, rain does grow things, but we also have been taught that it cleanses things at the same time too. That when the rain comes, that's the fresh water that washes
Yeah,
much needed things away. And when you think about it, if you remember when we was kids, we used to run outside in the rain. You know what
absolutely.
I mean? And we don't do that anymore. You don't see the kids do that nowadays. And at the end of the day, it's all right to go outside and get the freshness of him, of who he is, because I now that I'm grown, I can sit back and just replay in my head how many times I used to run outside and just stand in the rain, and just look up, because that's all I used to do. If people used to think that I was so weird, but I would do that. I would just run outside, stand in the rain, and look up. Then coming back in the house soaking wet, my mom would be mad, you know, that I done wet her floor up or something like that. But all I would have to do is go in the house and change my clothes and get dry.
A-
So we gotta look at how he do stuff.
But you
So
brought
so
up too.
so let me ask you this, and this is random. I don't know where it came from. But Quinn, have you started writing yet?
Me.
Yeah.
He said quit.
um, I actually have like what 4 books out right now, but
Yes.
I know I'm supposed to start another book.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Don't ask me why. I was just curious.
Yeah, I know I'm supposed to start another one. I was supposed to do part two to my life story, which I have not done yet, but I know there's another one also. I have the
I
book
got you.
cover sitting at me, sitting here looking at me.
I got. I, I'm. I'm not gonna push you. I mean, you obviously know where I was going. So
Oh yeah, it's here. But I wanted to also comment on what you was talking about when it comes to the rain, and then you brought up two things. You brought up the rain, and you brought up that seed. Now we've been talking about a seed for a minute, and people has to realize that everything that you do plants a seed. Now, normally that seed, somebody is going to come along and water it if you have not already. But what type of seed are you planting?
That's
that
If
it.
part.
you planted a negative seed, you're going to reap negativity. But if you planted a positive seed, it's going to be something positive that is produced. So 9 times out of 10, it's going to be some fruit that comes behind that seed if it's a positive seed. So we have to be careful when we say we don't like the rain, because the rain brings about the growth. The rain brings about the elevation. The rain brings about the fruit. The rain brings the harvest. So why don't you like the rain?
That's good.
Just a little curious.
That's real good.
And then
And
you,
To me, it's like being renewed. So
yes,
you know, that's the thing is a lot of people have that insecurity because they know what they planted.
right?
right, that part.
And the catch to it is they don't know when they're gonna reap that
And they're
harvest.
gonna reap it. That's it.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's a scary place to be.
And
Yeah.
you also said something about communication. When you said that, I began to laugh because my instructor asked a question today and was like, "What, how did your, no, what was your major form of communication on today?" And when I answered the question, I said mine was silence and walking away. A lot of people don't understand that silence is a form of communication. I said, and the reason I was silent and I walked away is because I wanted to lay hands and it wasn't spiritual. Your silence is golden. Sometimes you need to shut your mouth. And when God is moving, a lot of times you need to keep your mouth shut and move in silence because everybody is not for you.
Yeah.
Once again, do you recognize your snakes?
That part.
But see, the thing about it is, a lot of times we get upset because people do the same thing to us that we've already done to somebody else, but we can't handle it.
Say that.
That's it. That part.
That
Like,
was major.
that don't feel so good.
Mm-mm.
It don't
Not
feel
at
so good.
all.
And people always talking about, oh, you people, I do stuff for people and they do like, well then do it for that.
It's always
Do
gonna be
do it
somebody that's
from a
gonna take
sincere
what you
place, or don't do it at all.
Right.
Because my thing is, when it comes to me, if you're gonna do something for me, then do that. And if you're
right.
doing it for a motive, then don't do it.
That part.
I'll
Exactly.
be okay. I
Right.
wasn't expecting it anyways.
I know that's right. Mm-mm-mm.
Right.
This is good.
Listen, look, all day ain't been nothing but a ball of confirmation.
Right.
It's just be like, okay, all right, well, now I know why you had me do what I did earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, like at the end of the day, what I have really realized is that when you take the word for exactly what it is and you apply it the way you're supposed to apply it, it makes a,
Absolutely.
when we read the scripture that, renew in me a clean heart and a right spirit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think some people really realize what that means.
That's right.
And I say that because you got people that quote a lot of scriptures, but you don't apply them correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You put your own little spin on it to make it fit you, but
Mm-hmm.
you got to take it for what it say. Yes, I need you to renew in me a clean heart and give me a right spirit, because
Yes.
right now in every moment, I can't say that I honestly have one.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what has taken place, you know, the spirit man might be all right, but the flesh man ain't.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them be trying to override the other depending on the situation.
Right.
And just like we was just talking about before you came on, is that you have to learn when to turn the other one off,
Mm-hmm. That's right.
and so that it don't have room to do what it's really trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as you let the flesh out, that's it.
Yep.
That's it. It's too late to try to take it back. When I'm sitting back and if you look at some of these videos that have been circulating about pastors right here lately, and the stuff that they've been saying behind the pulpit, baby, once it done left your lips, you can't take it back.
You
It's
cannot.
out
Yeah,
in the air. Everybody done seen it. And you
Mm-hmm.
can come back 1,000 times to Sunday with an apology, but you done already said it.
That's right.
And for people that was looking at you a certain type of way, they don't even see you like that no more, because they forget that, one, you human.
That's
Way
right.
before that pastor role or apostle role came on, you was who you was. You was who they called you by your first name.
Mm-hmm.
And your first name just showed today.
That's
Apostle
right.
Stephen. You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, I think that that's one of the reasons why, as for leadership, it's important to know who's around you.
That's
Because
right.
if you had the right armor bearers and the right people around you, the first thing they would have said is, Apostle, don't do that.
Mm-hmm. That's
Things
right.
such and such, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's gonna come out the way you want it to come out. What you need to do is go get to yourself, go pray for a little while, just put the mic down and say you're done. Just leave it
That's
and just
it.
walk away. Don't say nothing. And if
Mm-hmm.
it's too late, once you done said it, because once your words hit the atmosphere, they already activated. To me, I
absolutely.
believe the words are activated in your thought. You know what I mean? Because you thought about it before you said it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And so, like, I think that we have to do better in that lane as a people,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times we'll think about a thing, and as soon as we think it just fly out.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you thinking about it and be like, not today, Jesus. and go back and do something else to get your mind off of it and do something else. I have found myself doing that, and I just be like, "Oh Lord, you have done a great work." Because this is not how
Right.
it went long, a year ago. It wouldn't have been like this. So I bless
Mhm.
you. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're gonna continue to do the good work and go about my business.
That's it.
But it's just
Absolutely.
stuff like that. One thing I can honestly say, um, and I'm grateful for is that since knowing you, I have never seen you come out your character ever.
It-
You know what I'm saying? Am I saying that it couldn't happen? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I can honestly say I've never seen you do it, and you have always came off as the humble guy that you are. And I hope that that part of you never changes because that part of you has gotten you where you are thus far. You know, now I do believe that everybody got a spot that if you rub it too many times, you're gonna see
Ooh,
something.
Lord.
You know what I mean? And I
Absolutely.
really believe that because you're so humble, you were one of them I wouldn't want to see that.
Mhm.
Like, Mr. Billy, Billy, we gonna bless him. I
Mhm.
do everything I can do to get your mind off of it, just so you wouldn't have to come out of there. You know what I mean? Like you would just.
Listen, and it's funny that you say that because people always say that like they've never seen me,
Right.
have that moment or be because I I don't feel like people need to see that side. I can control
That
that.
part.
It's a choice to control that.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, do I want to do it all the time?
No.
Uh,
Mm-mm.
but one thing I will say is the more you do it, the better you become.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
You gotta you gotta you gotta practice.
Yes.
You gotta practice. And I ain't saying go put yourself in situations that's gonna try you. I'm not saying
Right.
that.
Yeah.
But you don't know how you respond until you're in situations.
That's true.
Right.
And with us just, and not being political, but just being black in America, having two black sons, how I respond to things is how I'm teaching them how to respond.
Yes.
Right. And
Like
that's
I
important.
can't just walk around dispassionate. I just can't walk around talking about everything
Mm-mm.
because
Right.
when I do it, I'm saying that it's okay.
Right.
Right.
That's true.
And it's not okay because you're going to be in situations where it's just going to be you.
Yep.
But see, that's where the enemy comes to get you off course. And like you said, you can't follow those distractions. We've been talking about that for a minute. You have to maintain your posture. So if I could get you off course and somebody could see you in your angry state, somebody could see you out of character, now you're messing up your assignment, or somebody is going to stop following you because they seen that other side of you.
Right.
They're not taking into consideration what maybe has taken place, or he is flesh and he does get angry at times, but he's a minister. So I gotta go the other way.
Yeah.
I can't follow that. He messy. So now we slandering names and everything.
Right.
So
And that's where the distraction
so
comes.
I'll put it this way. So let me ask you this: when do distractions happen?
When blessings are on the way.
True,
You right at your blessing.
Any time of the day, literally.
but
Right.
distractions normally happen when we take our eyes off of what we're supposed to be focused on.
Right.
Exactly. That's
And the
true.
thing about it is, had we still be focused, most of the stuff that we get entangled in, we
Hmm.
wouldn't.
Good now. That's right.
It's
That's right.
when you take your eyes off the road and you start looking at other something. I mean, prime example: we ride to work every day. You do things, and how easy is it for you to just take your eyes off when you get a text message?
Right.
That's true.
So just imagine when you're in your day to day life and something bigger that's visible draws your attention away.
Right.
It's so
That.
it's so easy for you to just get tangled and lost in it, and now you're off course because now
Mhm.
you're in your emotions about something that had nothing to do with you, or maybe it did, but now you're getting energy and you've already come all the way off course of where you were supposed to be.
Mhm.
Right.
That's true.
It's so easy.
Well,
Life is full of choices,
I can
Right.
say
and can't
lately,
nobody make them but you.
I
that's true.
agree.
And I can say lately, these distractions I have passed, and I'm proud of me. And
Very good.
even when you was talking about reconciling, I had to do that. So I'm grateful. You know, I'm really grateful. I had to recognize, okay, I was wrong in this manner. So I had to go back to the person and apologize. And I didn't have a problem with apologizing because I know I was wrong in that manner. After I found out I was like, okay, let me go do what I got to do. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
And the crazy thing about it is you you have that space. And I asked you if you were still writing because it's not necessarily a book that I see you writing. I think it's something else. I don't know what else that you believe in God for, but I don't know if it's a business plan. I don't know if it's a vision of what's to come of what you want,
Mm, mm, mm.
but it's there.
Mhm.
You
It's
know what it
there.
is?
I do. It's a confirmation because I was on my way home today and the Lord spoke to me the other day about a mentor. And I reached out to a lady that I love dearly and I talked to her and she said she would mentor me. So our first call, she was like, when we have the second call, I need you to let me know where your ministry is going. But we haven't been able to reconnect. So when we connected today, it was like, okay, we're going to connect again because she has something to do. So I was like, okay. And the Lord said, well, write and send it to her before your next appointment. So you just came and just confirmed it when you said it's not a book. Okay, I got it. I hear you.
Listen, I don't. Listen, I just say that's not my gift. I just
That was a
Yes,
confirmation.
that's
I
it's just one of those things where you gotta we've got to be intentional, and I say that in everything. If God put something on your heart, put someone on your heart, listen, don't leave it a chance.
Right.
Don't put it off tomorrow.
Exactly.
And I mean that wholeheartedly, and I mean that sincerely. Like we take for granted that we're going to wake up tomorrow.
come on here, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We take for
So
granted
true.
that we won't wake up tomorrow and possibly have a stroke
Mm-hmm.
with the stress and factors and things that come along. Like we take for granted the simple things.
That's
Come on
right.
here, sir.
And I just charge people now, don't give time.
Mm-hmm. I know that's right.
Don't give time, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not promised.
That's
And
right.
we look at a relationship, but you gotta apply that to your life.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta apply it to your life, God has tasked everybody. Everybody has dream, everybody has vision. And deep down you know what you're supposed to be doing.
Yep.
That's right.
And it goes back to what I was talking about with distractions. Takes you off course for what you're supposed to be doing.
That's true.
And I started doing something because I always said that I wasn't a writer when it came to songs and everything. It was my thing. But God came to me and was just saying that you need this. Somebody said it in church, minister saying, so you need to keep your pen and pad, close because you're gonna be writing more. Um, and it's been just that. Like I legit keep keyboards set up in my house. So in the event that God comes, says I can come lay it
Yes.
down and just run through it. When I have any bag that I have carry with me, it always has a notebook. Like on my phone, I have a notepad and I'll write,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll write. And God gives it to me clarity. I mean, it's just one of those things. But I know when He gives it to me, it's never for me.
That's
Sometimes it
right.
is. Sometimes I'll just say this: when this new EP comes and we release all the songs that God has birthed in this season, you'll you'll know.
Hmm.
Amen.
Well, I'm
You,
excited for you.
you'll
Yes.
know.
I can't wait.
You'll Every song that God has given me, He's given it to me in a different place in life, a different season of my life.
Awesome.
And it had to minister to me before I could ever minister to anybody else.
Amen.
Come on here.
And that's how, your vision should be. It has to register and minister to you first.
That's right.
How can you tell somebody about something that you're passionate about if it doesn't even register? If you don't wake up with it on your mind,
Mm-hmm. That's true.
it's just something to do. No, it's not something to do. It's got to be some kind of conviction there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It just has to be. And I'm speaking for me. I can't speak for anybody else, but that's for me. I wake up with things on my mind on a daily basis, and I pray to God to give me the vision, connect me with the people, do this stuff because I want to know, because I know that I can't lean on just me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I can't do it by myself. So if it's something I can't do for myself, God put me in the place that I need to be.
That's it.
Put my name where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's places I can't physically just go put myself.
That's right.
So somebody said in the comment section that conviction is a confusing thing for them.
Say that one more time.
Somebody said that conviction is a confusing thing for them.
It is. That conviction will make you uneasy. Conviction is not supposed to feel good.
Right.
It's not. It's not supposed to say, "Oh, come pat you on the shoulder." No, it's one of those things where get up and do what you're supposed to do. Conviction is all. It's almost like a chastise at the same time.
Yes.
Right. Right.
And it takes you out of your comfort zone because we're so used to the familiar. So now it's putting you into the unfamiliar.
Right.
You can't do things the same way. It's just like your mom telling you, look, I need you to get up, go get this done, and don't come back until it's done. You got to figure it out.
Yeah. And you got to look at it like, when does your familiar become too comfortable?
Come on here.
Jesus.
Like, how can you expect to want more, but you're still with the same people?
Right.
That's it.
Like, in order for you to be better, like, I know in this season, I'm okay with going places where I know no one.
That's right.
So I can be in the room with people that are smarter than me, that people that know more than me.
Yes, that's good.
Like, that's necessary, and it's okay.
Yes,
and it's okay that everybody won't be able to be in that room, because if that's a room, then that means when I come back wiser.
That's it.
That's so good.
And you can, some of the information that you'll be able to impart into people, but then you have to be careful about who you pour that into. Don't pour it into an empty vessel or a vessel that has a hole in it.
That's it.
Lord.
You got to be careful, because a lot of times we walk around every day pouring in, and into something that never is going to fill up.
Right.
And then you wonder why you're tired, wonder why you're getting responsive, because you poured it into a cracked vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And you got to think, when I was talking about that being accountable, we got to get to a place where we heal properly.
Yes.
We walk around healed.
That's what I've been talking about.
You'll go to the doctor to get the diagnosis, but you won't go through the healing process in order to be fully restored.
It.
Right there.
Come on with some more confirmation. I need just go ahead and keep. I need you to go ahead and keep slapping the folks. Go ahead.
Listen, it's the real thing. And the thing about it, you look at when you scrape your knee or when you fall or something like that, it should get you down to the white meat first.
Mm-hmm.
But think about how long it takes for that scab to come.
Mm-hmm.
And even when the scab gets there, it gets to a hard place, and it comes to a place where it wants to peel off.
That's right.
It's not protected.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
A lot of us walk around here with half-peeled scabs.
Come on here. Healing
Still
is
getting infected.
important, and healing the right way is important.
Yes, it is.
If you heal the wrong way, sometimes you got to go back under the knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you got to go through it again. Trust me, that's not a place you want to be. heal properly the first time.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah. And then some of guys got to put us to sleep so
Come
he can
on,
do the
sir.
surgery. I don't want to get to that point
Mm,
because if he got to put you under, that means you just not being submissive.
that's right.
Come
So
on
he
here,
got to
sir.
take you out of commission.
That's right. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. That's good.
Y'all got good word tonight. Y'all, y'all got good word. I'm glad I came in to get all this.
Oh God. Listen, when God give it, I say okay, and I make sure I break it out. No matter how it's gonna come out, it gotta come out when He say. So
Absolutely.
Love it.
I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule because I know it is. But everything you got coming up, we are ecstatic about the EP. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait for it to come out. I know you excited already.
Absolutely.
Please tell everybody in the group that we said hello and
Yes.
I
that
will do.
we are super excited for all of you guys. And there's more and more and more is to come. So,
And I'm gonna make sure I tag our page so if people want to go follow us, they're more than welcome to.
Yes, please do.
gotcha. Yo, you know I'm already following. So,
Me
Oh, I
too.
already know. Y'all biggest supporters.
and you know I see it and I be sharing and so
Listen,
I may not be able to get there, but I'm gonna share because I know people where you at. Look at here, I need y'all to get out y'all bed and go to the thing.
Right.
Okay.
listen. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. You never know how much that means to see a share, see something like that.
Right.
Because a lot of times you do work and everything, you don't do it for the validation, but it's
Right.
good to know that it reaches somebody.
Right. So I have a question. When you want to purchase the Cosmic Ears, do you already have like a link or a website that people can go to?
Absolutely, they are in the process of actually updating the website now. As soon as that link goes live, it definitely be on my profile. So I'll
Okay.
make sure I tag you all in there.
Okay, yeah, because I know plenty of musicians. I'm gonna
Absolutely,
I'm gonna send it to everybody. It's
absolutely,
gonna be a mass text. Everybody's
absolutely.
gonna get it. I need
And
everybody
listen, we
go
got
get some
we got to
Cosmic Ears, y'all.
we got to come down and visit. We need to set up something this year.
I know, right?
Listen,
I
let's do
know
it.
we gotta do something in person. Whether
Listen,
me and Quint do a pop up and
Right.
come
listen.
to South Carolina, we gonna do something.
Absolutely, it'll be coming. I was thinking that we'd probably do the EP this year, but to plan it correctly, we probably will wait until next year.
Okay.
That way we can do what we need to do. Because if we're gonna do it right, let's just do it. Do it right. Do it right.
That's it
I
right
don't even want
there.
to play with it.
I know it, right?
I
Gotta
don't even
make
want
sure
to
it
play.
come out good and do it the way the Lord say do it so it can turn out the way it needs to turn out. I already know that y'all gonna pack out the house. I'm just waiting.
Absolutely.
I'm
Because
waiting.
when you come to South Carolina, you're gonna eat real good.
Yes, this I
Trust me
do
when I
know.
tell you.
This I know.
If
Yes.
if you don't know nothing else about me, know that I love the Lord and I love to eat.
I
Yes,
know
we
that's
will make
right.
sure that when we come, we get together.
That's why my friends come. That's why they come around. They know when they get around, we're gonna eat real good.
Yes, I'm excited. So wait, I'm looking forward to it. Trust me.
Yes, definite. We're gonna have to plan it for real.
Right.
Absolutely.
Maybe June or July.
Okay, we in there.
Well, it can't be July.
June.
June.
Oh yeah, June. Yeah, we could do
I
June.
said I will be well the church that I'm a licensed minister will be in convocation in June. We'll be in Greensboro. And then the band, the Heart of Worship band, we will be in a convocation in July. It'll be the July 20th, starting that Thursday night, all the way
Okay.
through that Saturday. And
Wait,
it will be in Augusta,
Goldsboro, North
Georgia.
Carolina.
Huh?
Goldsboro. You said Goldsboro, right?
No, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Greensboro. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
June.
When
And that will be I think that's the 23rd.
of June?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make sure I tag you in the flyer and
Yeah,
everything.
tag me in it and I'll
Yes.
put it in the calendar because we can just come.
Okay. And when I get off of here, I'll go get the flyer and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
So that's 2 Greensboros.
Yep. So
May and June. Okay, that sounds good.
absolutely, I'm excited about it.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, so okay, I have some people in the comment section that say Cosmic Ears. Another person that says, because I'm on all the platforms tonight, so I have another person that says, "What I'm in South Carolina," um, and then it has another person that said, "I would love to have more. I would love to hear more about healing.
About what was it?
I would love to hear more about healing."
Okay.
And then another person wants to know the name of the EP.
Okay. It's called
And
I Just Want You.
okay, so the name of the EP, y'all, is "I Just Want You."
Don't
And
worry. As soon as it hits platforms, I'm going to send you the link because
yes, because you
I'm
know I'm
probably
gonna
going to
share
do
it.
pre-orders for it, so people can go ahead and download it and get
Okay.
pre-sales on it because we need it.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you know I'm gonna share it.
That's
Definitely.
it. We're gonna have That's it. And to give a preface of the song is simple because of the fact that a lot of times we forget that we need God sometimes. We try to do everything on ourselves and we don't come and pray until it's the very last minute. But
Right.
the song is simply saying that God, I trust you.
I love it.
And daily I need to seek your face.
Love
So everybody said they are so excited for you. Um, please tell him that we can hear him even though we can't see him because there's the people on my TikTok. They
Okay.
said they are so excited for you. They said to tell you thank you for what you have already done, but they're just excited just hearing about it. So we are excited for you too. So we
it.
all
Yeah.
following suit tonight. So I thank you guys for listening to what he had to say when he sends me the information about the EP and the Cosmic Ears. Trust me, y'all will get it. I can promise you that. So that's one thing that I can say. I share all of his stuff when he posts it. And I'll make sure that I share the stuff that when he got an event going on in South Carolina, for the ones of y'all that are in South Carolina, y'all could go see and hear some good
Come
music.
see us. Come see us.
Some good music.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
already know.
And I'm still excited about the last time you was on the radio show. I watched it. And I shared that thing like 1,000 times, I do believe. I was like, it's good when you see somebody that can get the opportunity to be somewhere that they thought that they would never be. And I thought
Absolutely. And
that
it's
really good.
so much more that I want to share with you, but I
I know
gotta be
you
patient.
can't. I know you can't right now. It's
We
okay. You can
we
share
we
it.
got we got some emails that's come in that but over the next month or so, you'll see.
Okay. All
You'll be
right.
tagged.
Okay. I'm waiting. I'm waiting because you know me, I'll be screaming from the top of the roof
Oh yeah.
and
Oh
be
yeah.
like,
That's what I
all
want.
right, yes. I lose all my voice messing with y'all.
That's what I
Um,
want. That's what I want.
but
Exercise
hey,
your
that's
vocal
what I
cord.
do.
That's all I need. That's
Do we
all we
take
need.
song requests? Well, on our verses night we do. This ain't a verses night tonight, but yes, we do take song requests. So
Uh
Awesome.
oh.
Say that one more time. I missed it.
we had a person that said, "Do we take song requests?" And I say, yeah, on the verses night that we have,
Oh,
yes, we
oh
do, but not
my. They
tonight
taking
'cause
song
it's not a
requests tonight.
verses night. Right.
What song are they requesting tonight? Oh my Lord.
I don't know, and I ain't finna ask because
Listen,
sometimes some people go left field. Sometimes we ain't trying to go there
I
tonight.
ain't lying.
Uh, you know,
I mean,
but yes,
I'll
we
tell
do.
you what
I'll let
though,
you know when we have a
because
verse
because
tonight.
they asked the next time we set up, I'll set up my gear to where I can plug straight in and I'll be able to do everything live.
Okay,
Yay.
Uh,
wonderful.
I'll do at
We
least one
look
song.
forward to that. Oh, and I gotta tell you, we are supposed to be doing a virtual talent show night too.
Yes,
I will keep you posted on what night that's going to be, so that if you know some people that might want to be in it, you can let them know and tag them and share it and tell them to get in touch with us. But I'll definitely let you know when it's going to be.
absolutely.
So I'm
Absolutely. I'm excited
excited.
about it.
I'm excited. I
I'm
love
be
you.
I'm in the comments just typing away.
Right. Right, because I know
Listen,
I'm gonna have fun with the stylist show
listen.
night.
I'll come be a co-host. I love good music. I'm here
I
for
Yes.
it.
know, right? You might as well come on up here.
I'm here
Come
for
on
it.
up here if you want to co-host and be the judge that night.
Listen, I'm here for it. I'm here
Please
for it.
tell the missus that we said hello.
I will.
I hope that all is well with her, and I'm sure that it is.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited about where you guys are headed, just as a unit, as a whole, and I just can't wait just to see what else you got coming down the pipe because I know it's so much. So, I'm just excited about where God is really really taking y'all in this season, and especially just you as an individual because I know how you are as a person, and you'll never leave another person out if you can do it. So,
Absolutely. So I'm gonna tell you one more thing too before I get
okay,
out of
go
here.
ahead.
From this point forward, make sure you keep your cash tag down here in the bottom. You never know who wants to sow into your ministry.
Wow.
Okay, gotcha.
That's all.
All right.
So before you go,
Uh-huh.
look at your calendar because it just dropped in my spirit to do a worship night.
Okay.
Yeah, me and him actually already talked about it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we just had to get back to each other about dates because I knew he had stuff coming up with the group. So yeah,
So are you guys looking to do it in person?
that would be great if we could.
Yeah, that would
Listen,
be
you know
great.
my crew like to travel.
Yeah, that would be great if we could. We would just have to. Okay,
And you guys are down near the Wilmington area, right?
I'm in Wilmington. Yes.
And I'm in Virginia.
You in
But I
Virginia?
am doing, yeah, I'm in Petersburg, Virginia.
Okay.
I'm doing a conference in September in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
and then mine is in July, but mine is virtual.
yes,
Listen, we'll talk offline.
yes.
Okay,
We'll talk offline.
I got you.
We can make some stuff because I know if we do something in Wilmington, um, I I know my family from Jacksonville will be ready to travel.
You already know it. You
Okay.
already
So,
know
and then
it.
I got family in Virginia too. So
Okay.
Okay.
Fredericksburg, Arlington, Virginia Beach.
Okay. All I gotta do is we gonna do it here. I can just find the venue.
Yeah.
Okay. So I tell
Yeah.
y'all what,
Yeah.
look at your calendar sometime. I think I got some flexibility this week. If y'all want to do a Zoom call,
Okay.
we'll
Okay.
set some stuff up. At least chop some things up.
Okay.
Sounds good.
That'll
All
work for
right.
me.
Yes.
All right.
All
Okay.
right.
So just let me know. Matter of fact, if the weekends work for you, I don't do nothing on the weekend. So I'm always available.
Okay. I know this weekend's gonna be kind of busy, but most of the week is pretty free in the
Okay.
afternoons.
Okay. Thursday. Well, yeah, Thursday evening will be good for me.
Okay. I can do that.
About what time?
What time you
Would that
got?
work for you, Quinn?
About what time? About
Probably like right before the show.
okay.
That's
That's fine.
cool. Or if y'all want to do it during the day, I'm flexible.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Quint, you worked on today, Thursday?
No, I have an appointment at 11, but after that, I'm good.
Okay, so we can set it up for after that. What about 1 o'clock? Good for y'all?
That works for me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send the link.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
All right, man. I love y'all.
Love you
Love you
too.
too. Thank you
All
for
right.
coming.
All right. We'll do.
Bye.
Thursday.
I am so excited.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so excited
Yes.
for him. I'm just excited about where he's getting ready to go. And like I
Yeah.
said, as y'all can see, he's such a humble dude.
Yes, he
Um,
is.
I mean, there's no other place. There's no other way to just take him. It's just who he is. That's
Right.
just what it is. And every time he come on, he drop good nuggets. So
Yes.
I'd be so excited for him to come on. And that was a surprise for Quint because she didn't even know. So
Actually, I did peek it. I
um,
peeked it, but when you didn't say anything, I was like, okay, we're gonna see. But okay. And that's why I inboxed you and was like, "What time we doing the show?" So yeah,
So
that was
yes,
good. I love it.
I'm excited. I'm excited that he wants to share the EP with us.
Yeah.
And so when he debuts it, we'll be debuting it, you guys, for him. So I'm very, very, very excited. Just to just be in a place where we were chosen to do that for him. So
Yes.
it's exciting for me. And I'm excited to see what he wants to do about all the stuff that we're trying to put together. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. Y'all know we get together and we do a worship night in person. I'm gonna tell y'all to bring your own sheets.
Bring your own.
Bring your own sheets and you better have your own personal ushers. Okay.
Yes.
So, because you're gonna need them, all right? Because I don't. I'm gonna tell you now, I ain't gonna be no good for you in the area.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be too busy trying to get mine. Okay, so I'm just letting you know.
And I'm not working the altar.
listen,
ma'am.
listen, okay. So I'm just telling y'all, bring your own sheet ministry that night. All right. So for those of you guys that would love to come, we will keep you guys posted as to when and where. Um, and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna try to get the venue together here. And we're gonna do it again in the GA in September because he'll probably come on down because he ain't that far away. And then we just go from there, y'all. So
I gotta speak to
look
the
into
lady
that.
and make sure I can have a live band because I already know I can't have a DJ. So I gotta contact her. But I'm gonna do that on Wednesday because
Well, this
tomorrow.
is my thing. She knows it's a church event. How she expect you to have church with no singing?
Let
Who
me
does that?
let me just blink. Okay.
Okay, we gonna all right.
So
Okay.
look, y'all, let's real quick announcement. April 7th, 2 to 3, we're gonna have comedy hour. So we're doing a pop-up on April 7th from 2 to 3. Okay, that's a Friday. All right, all right. So Coco, make
I'll
sure you're not working.
be catching dates like on the show, not if the show is over, not in private. Like since we need to have a conversation. I be getting them when y'all get them. Y'all see that? Like, okay, all right,
So
all right.
make sure you're not working, Coco.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That right there. All right, but yeah. I thank everybody that watched with us tonight, though. For real,
Yes,
for
thank
real.
you, y'all.
Thank you, Dr. K. Thank you, Tracy Curry. Thank you, LHG. Everybody that popped in the comment section. Thank you, Simone, because she was over here in the TikTok world. So thank you guys for coming in, and everybody from all the other platforms. Thank you guys for coming in and commenting and all that good stuff. Please like, share, and follow.
Yeah.
And come back with us again on Thursday night. And just wait to see what we got going on.
Yeah, just
Thursday,
wait.
it's supposed to be a Q&A night, y'all, but
Just wait.
sometimes I having to pray real hard about them. So I'm just praying right now,
Oh,
ahead of time about
yeah.
Thursday night.
Oh
So,
my
but
God. I'm already crying.
if you guys have questions for the Q&A night, please send them to me so I can talk about them and say them out loud, and we can answer them for you during the Q&A session. All right. So please continue to send them. I appreciate y'all so much. Again, tonight was going to be short and sweet, and we did just that. So we thank you guys for coming. The announcements is the conference in September.
Yes.
All right, it's going to be in Carrollton, Georgia. All
Mhm.
right, we got some wonderful speakers on the roster.
Yes.
Okay, so I tell you that you need to prepare yourself again. This is Bring Your Own Sheet Ministry. Okay, no, I don't know. Hopefully, we got some really good on point prophetic ushers. Okay, but if not,
Catch
I will
yourself.
tell
Call.
y'all.
Ask the Lord to send your angel for that night
Okay,
to catch
I'm
you.
gonna just tell you if you have to fall out, just don't hit a chair, wall, anything like that if there's nobody there to catch you. Okay, And if you have to don't do the faint pump and then fall, because this I'm just gonna be through. So we don't want you to do that either. Okay, so none of that. But other than that, we want you to come in, have a good time, get refreshed, revived, and set free and delivered from some things. All right. So that is what we're gonna do. Okay. And then on July the 29th, we have the prophetic conference, preparation, labor, and delivery. So I hope y'all ready for that too. You can lay yourself out in your own home because it's virtual. If you got to slide down the seat, by all means, you go right here. We've had people do that a few times. Okay. So, if you just want to go to the flow, it's all right. You can fan yourself. And people got you covered. I promise you. So, and we got ushers, but they're going to be virtual. So that ain't going to be no help for y'all. All right. Okay. So they're going to be virtual. It ain't going to be no help for you in your house. I suggest you set it up so you won't hurt yourself. Okay. So there you go. So if we are prepping and we are ready to go, I thank God for the move that He's going to make in both of those events.
Yes.
And for anything else that we got coming up, of course, y'all know we'll keep you posted. Because as of right now, we don't know, but we do have some stuff coming up with Dr. K in May and August.
Yes,
right.
I was getting ready to announce that.
Both of her conferences is coming up in May and August. If you don't have a ticket, I suggest you go get one because I promise you're going to want your face to be in the place. Okay? You do not want to miss it. I don't know how many VIP slots you got left, so that's something that I would have to find out and I can post up for you guys. And go from there. But I promise you, Dr. K is she knock it out the park every time she get on a mic, y'all. So that's all I got to say. You got to be there. And if you ain't there, sorry for you. So that you gonna want to be there to see it though, in person. All right. So and both of those events are going to be in Virginia.
Yes.
Okay. So I will post up the flyers so you guys can see it. Just look at my page. I will circulate them and put them in my story, and on my personal page and on my personal timeline so you can see them. And at the bottom of the flyer, the link for you to go register is there.
And they are on my page also.
Okay. Yeah. So the link for you to go register is there though. Because if you want to register, you got to do it now because the seats are starting to kind of pile up. Alrighty. So fill up, I mean. So you might want to go catch your seat while you can catch one. All right. For the folks that live in Virginia, easy for you. You right there. Come on down. We would love to see you. So I think that's it right about now. Fred has a show on Friday night, y'all. Please check out Critical Conversations with LHG on tomorrow night. And I do believe she is still having one Saturday. If that changes, we will let y'all know. Or she could tell y'all tomorrow. Other than that, love y'all to life, love you to live. Live every day on purpose and make it count. So we'll see y'all again on Thursday. Good night.